This video focuses on inscribed quadrilaterals plus some examples. Here are the concepts related to inscribed angle and intercepted arc relationship. Theorem: the degree measure of an inscribed angle is equal to 1/2 the degree measure of its intercepted arc, and the degree measure of an inscribed angle is equal to 1/2 the degree measure of the central angle intercepting the same arc. It follows also that an angle inscribed in a semicircle is a right angle. In addition to that, in a circle, if two or more inscribed angles intercept the same arc or congruent arcs, then the angles are congruent. Under the corollary, the opposite angles of an inscribed quadrilateral are supplementary. Let's take this figure as an example. In the diagram at the right, quadrilateral GEOM or GEOM is inscribed in circle A. The opposite angles are angle GEO or GEO and angle OMG. And the other pair of opposite inscribed angles are angle MGE and angle EOM. Thus, this pair of angles, opposite inscribed angles, the measure of angle GEO plus the measure of angle OMG is equivalent to 180 degrees. And also, the sum of the measures of the other opposite inscribed angles, angle MGE and angle EOM, is 180 degrees. Let's have an example. In the diagram at the right, quadrilateral ABCD is inscribed in circle E. Find the missing angle measures. Let's start analyzing the figure. Opposite angles are angle DCB and angle BAD. And the other opposite inscribed angles are angle CBA and angle CDA. Let's start solving for the X, which is angle BAD or angle A. By applying the corollary, the opposite angles of an inscribed quadrilateral are supplementary. Since they are opposite angles, their sum is equivalent to 180 degrees. Substituting the values, the measure of angle DCB is 65 plus the measure of angle BAD is X. The sum is equal to 180. By applying additive inverse. Therefore, x is equal to 180 minus 65 degrees. X then is equal to 115 degrees. Next, let's solve for y. Angle CBA or ABC is opposite to angle CDA or ADC. Since they are opposite, their sum is equivalent to 180. Applying the same concept, we have then the measure of angle CBA plus the measure of angle DC or ADC is 180. Substituting the given values, the measure of angle CBA is y and the measure of angle ADC is 52 equals 180 degrees. Applying additive inverse, therefore we have y is equal to 180 degrees minus 52 degrees, that is y is equal to 128. Example number 2 in the diagram at the right, quadrilateral dome is inscribed in arc or circle A rather. Find the missing values. So by analyzing, you may start solving for x because its opposite angles measure is given, or you may also solve for a, which is the degree measure of arc DE. How? So let's start with solving for A. Again, its arc DE is part of arc MED. Arc MED is the intercepted arc of inscribed angle MOD or DOM. By applying the theorem, the degree measure of an inscribed angle is equal to 1/2 the degree measure of its intercepted arc. Okay, manipulating the formula by applying the multiplication property, we have 2 times the measure of angle DOM equals the measure of arc ME plus the measure of arc ED. Substituting the values, angle DOM measures 110 and measure of arc ME is 72 and arc ED measures A. Then we have 2 times 110 is 20 or 220 degrees minus, by additive inverse of 72, we have 220 minus 72 equals A. Therefore, the value of A degrees is 148, and that is the measure of arc ED or DE. Solve for B degrees. We can apply the degree measure of a whole circle here, which is equivalent to 360 degrees. Arc DO is equivalent to 58, arc ME is 72, and arc DE is A, which is equivalent to 148 degrees. So applying that one revolution is 360. Therefore, all the degree measures of its arc is equivalent to 360. And that is the measure of arc DO plus the measure of arc OM plus the measure of arc ME plus the measure of arc ED is 360 degrees. So substituting all of the given, where A is 148, therefore B is equal to 360 minus the sum of 58 plus 72 plus 148 degrees is equal to 82 degrees. So arc, or the measure of arc OM or B, is equivalent to 82 degrees. Let's solve for x, or x degrees, or angle MED, or angle E. As I mentioned from the first solution of this figure, angle X or angle E is opposite to angle O. Therefore, they are supplementary. If they are supplementary, their sum is equivalent to 180 degrees. Angle O or angle DOM is 110, and angle E or angle MED is X. By applying the additive inverse, therefore, X is equivalent to 180 minus 110. X is 70 degrees, which is the equivalent measure of angle MED. Another solution in finding X is to apply the degree measure of an inscribed angle is equal to 1/2 the degree measure of its intercepted arc. Okay, where is angle X, or angle E rather? Its intercepted arc is arc MOD or DOM, which is arc DO plus arc OM. Substituting the given, arc DO measures 82 or 58 rather, and B was computed already, which is equivalent to 82. Therefore, the measure of arc DEM is 70 degrees. Next, solve for Y. Y is the degree measure of angle OME or angle EMO or angle M. Applying the theorem that the degree measure of an inscribed angle is equal to 1/2 the degree measure of its intercepted arc. Angle EMO is intercepting arc EDO or ODE. Therefore, the measure of angle EMO or the Y degrees is equivalent to the measure of arc EDO divided by 2. Substituting the given, arc ED plus the measure of arc DO all over 2 we have 148 plus 58 degrees divided by 2, which is equivalent to 103. Next, solve for the z, or the degree measure of angle ODE or angle D. Applying the corollary, the opposite angles of an inscribed quadrilateral are supplementary. That is angle ODE and angle OME or EMO. Their sum is equivalent to 180. Substituting the values, the measure of angle ODE is Z, and the measure of angle EMO or OME is Y. Y is 103. By applying the additive inverse, Z degrees or the measure of angle ODE is 77 degrees. Another solution in finding Z, or the measure of angle ODE or EDO, is by applying the theorem, which states that the degree measure of an inscribed angle is equal to 1/2 the degree measure of its intercepted arc. Angle ODE intercepts arc OME or EMO. Therefore, angle or the measure of angle ODE, which is Z degrees, is equal to the measure of angle OME or the measure of arc OME divided by 2. Arc OME has two parts, which is by addition we have arc OM plus arc ME is equal to arc OME. Then all over 2 to get the value of the measure of angle ODE or the Z. Applying the or substituting the given, measure of arc OM is B, which is 82, and the measure of arc ME is 72. Therefore, 82 plus 72 is, or all over 2 is equivalent to 77 degrees.